A 1995 Ford F-150 with 300,000 miles is still running. A 1996 Toyota Tacoma with 400,000 miles is still running. Both trucks are worth more today than they were 5 years ago. This video answers the question every American truck owner has argued about for 30 years. American versus Japanese in the 1990s. Which trucks actually lasted longer? The honest answer is not what either side wants to hear, and the truth matters more now than it did then. 6 trucks, 3 American, 3 Japanese, same decade, same standards of evaluation, documented fleet mileage, repair accessibility, parts availability, and total cost of ownership over 30 years. Here is what the data actually shows. On the American side, the contenders are the Ford F-150 9th generation, built between 1992 and 1996, the Chevrolet CK 1500, built between 1988 and 1998, and the Dodge Ram 2nd generation, built between 1994 and 2002. On the Japanese side, the contenders are the Toyota Tacoma 1st generation, built between 1995 and 2004, the Toyota T100, built between 1993 and 1998, and the Nissan hardbody followed by the 1st generation Frontier, built between 1986 and 2004. Start with documented commercial fleet mileage. This is where the Japanese trucks have the strongest case. The Toyota Tacoma 1st generation pickups in commercial fleet use have been documented past 400,000 miles on the original engine and transmission with regular maintenance. Toyota T100 examples in agricultural and contracting use have been documented past 350,000 miles. Nissan hardbody and 1st generation Frontier trucks in fleet service have crossed 300,000 miles consistently. The Japanese trucks were built with tighter manufacturing tolerances, lighter component stress, and engines specifically engineered for high mileage durability in markets where vehicles were expected to run for decades. American trucks of the same era also pass 300,000 miles regularly, but the documentation is less consistent because American buyers historically replaced vehicles before reaching that mileage. The Ford F-150 9th generation with the 4.9-liter inline 6 engine is documented in commercial use. Past 400,000 miles, Chevy CK 1500 examples with the 5.7-liter V8 Vortec engine are documented past 450,000 miles in fleet service. The 318 V8 engine in the Dodge Ram 2nd generation is documented past 350,000 miles. The American trucks lasted, but the data was thinner because American owners did not push them as far before trading them in. If the only metric that mattered was raw documented commercial mileage, the Japanese trucks win this comparison. The Tacoma, specifically, has the strongest published fleet data of any 1990s pickup truck globally. That is not opinion, it is recorded. Move to repair accessibility. This is where the comparison shifts. American trucks of the 1990s were built for the American repair ecosystem. Every major American auto parts retailer stocks parts for a 1995 F-150 or a 1994 Chevy CK 1500 without ordering, without delay, and without manufacturer authorization. Independent mechanics in every American county have worked on these platforms for 30 years. The repair documentation is exhaustive. The diagnostic process requires no specialist equipment. The parts cost less because the supply chain has been competitive for decades. The Japanese trucks of the same era are reparable, but the parts ecosystem is thinner outside major metropolitan areas. A Toyota Tacoma owner in rural Oklahoma may wait 3 days for a part that an F-150 owner picks up the same afternoon. The Nissan hardbody parts ecosystem, in particular, has consolidated significantly. Some original equipment parts now require online specialty suppliers. The Japanese trucks were engineered to last longer on the road. The American trucks were engineered to be easier to keep on the road. Those are not the same thing. Move to total cost of ownership over 30 years. This is where the American trucks make their strongest case. Lower parts costs, broader independent repair availability, and deeper aftermarket support mean that the cumulative cost of running an American truck from the 1990s for 3 decades is consistently lower than running a Japanese equivalent over the same period in the United States market. Japanese trucks need fewer repairs per 100,000 miles. American trucks cost less per repair when they need them. Over 300,000 miles, those numbers tend to converge, with a slight edge to the American trucks for owners in rural and smaller market areas where parts logistics matter. Move to current market value. Clean examples of all 6 trucks have appreciated significantly over the past 5 years. The Toyota Tacoma first generation has appreciated fastest, with clean, low-mileage examples now selling between $15,000 and $40,000. The Ford F-150 9th generation and Chevy CK-1500 have appreciated to between $10,000 and $30,000 depending on configuration. The Dodge Ram 2nd generation, the Nissan Hardbody, and the T100 have appreciated more modestly but consistently. The market is paying more for all of them because the market is recognizing what they all represent. Now the honest answer, did Japanese trucks last longer in the 1990s? On documented commercial fleet mileage? Yes. The Toyota platform specifically held a measurable edge. Did American trucks lose? No. American trucks delivered something the Japanese trucks did not. They delivered ownership in the American repair ecosystem at lower total cost per mile over the lifetime of the vehicle. Both sides won. Both sides lasted. Both sides built something that nobody is building anymore. The real comparison is not American versus Japanese. The real comparison is trucks from the 1990s versus modern trucks. A 1995 Ford F-150 with 300,000 miles is still running. A 1996 Toyota Tacoma with 400,000 miles is still running. A 2015 truck with 100,000 miles is in the dealer service bay waiting for a software update. That is the comparison that matters. American trucks and Japanese trucks of the 1990s share the characteristics that define the entire era. Body-on-frame construction, mechanical throttle, repairable by any qualified mechanic with standard hand tools, parts available without software handshakes, owned outright the day the title cleared. No subscription features, no remote disable, no cellular modem. Both sides got it right in the 1990s. The American truck buyers and the Japanese truck buyers of that decade ended up with vehicles that are still running 30 years later, appreciating in value, and serving owners who have not had to think about a new truck purchase in their entire adult lives. Modern trucks do not offer that outcome at any price point. The American versus Japanese debate of the 1990s was real, and the data shows the Japanese trucks had a measurable documented mileage advantage. The larger story is this. Both American and Japanese manufacturers built trucks the modern industry has abandoned. They lasted, they served their owners for decades, and they are now worth more than they were 5 years ago. That is the comparison the modern truck industry does not want anyone to make. The next video answers the question most viewers have after watching. If both 1990s American and Japanese trucks have appreciated, which specific examples are still realistically findable in clean condition right now, and where are buyers actually finding them? That video is coming next. Before that video, one question. Of the 6 trucks compared in this video, which one did you actually own? Ford F-150 9th generation, Chevrolet CK-1500, Dodge Ram 2nd generation, Toyota Tacoma 1st generation, Toyota T100, or the Nissan Hardbody, or the 1st generation Frontier. Leave the make, the model, the year, and the mileage you put on it in the comments below. The trucks that lasted 30 years deserve to be remembered by the people who actually drove them.